So randomly, I'm going to sit down and just kind of discuss some business tips because I feel like everybody has the capability of being an entrepreneur, whether they should or not. Now, that's the question that is to be answered. However, we are going to jump into 3 tips that I think that you will benefit from in deciding whether or not you should own a business, and kind of a backstory as to how I decided to start my business. I am the owner of Best Route Driving Academy in Snellville, Georgia, and we assist students in excelling in every lane. That's our motto. We have 5 values. One, and it's like it goes with a SAFER acronym: self-improvement, awareness, faith, education, and respect. And we also have a component where students are able to volunteer. But that's not why we're here. I'm just going to be saying that every single week. So we are going to talk about today we're going to talk about finding your business idea. I am a woman of passion. I am a woman of love. I'm a woman of happiness and joy. And I believe that this is tip number 1, in order to find the business that you're supposed to start, you must find a passion that you have that aligns with a skill. So people have been asking me, why a driving school? Well, for the last 20 years, I've been in education. I'm an educator. So teaching driving kind of comes naturally from the teaching aspect. And then the skill that I have, and that's a part of my passion. The skill that I have is teaching. Sorry, I flipped those around. My skill is teaching and my passion is students. So to put those together, I've noticed that while I was in middle school, a lot of kids do not have access to just things outside of their community, outside of what they're doing. So I want to start a program within this driving school for high schoolers to give them more exposure, because a lot of times we are exposed to what we are surrounded by. I was exposed to my mom, who was an insurance agent. My dad was retired military. And then I had a host of aunts and uncles who did odd jobs. I can't think, like one of my aunts is an accountant. So those were the jobs that I have been exposed to. My son, on the other hand, has had an opportunity to do a lot of traveling. So he has been exposed to many different careers, many different volunteer opportunities. So I want to do that for other kids because I feel like it helps us decide at a younger age where we want to, I guess, place our eggs. The next thing is to research. So the first thing is to identify your passion and your skills. Let your passion and your skills line up. And then to research the needs and the gaps. So I am situated between 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 high schools. I'm not going to name the high schools, just know in Snellville I'm situated closely to 3. 2 very closely, 1 loosely, a little bit far away, but some of the kids over here go there. And with that, I know that all of these kids need driver's education, and the school offers driver's education. But at the end of the summer, I received an email from the school that said, we have 20 slots. Y'all, my daughter graduated from this high school last year. She had 800 students in her graduating class. So if 10% of those kids need a class and only 20 slots are available, then do the math. What does that leave us? So I decided that I needed to do a little research. So what I did was I did a vending event with a banner that talked about teen driving. I had 52 people sign up just to say they wanted to get driver's education. So I knew that the market, because with that one event, I got 52 people after being out there for 5 hours. That's 10 people. Even if only 2 of those people sign up, I know that is actually a need in my area for the driver's education program. And then number 3 is to validate your ideas with potential customers. That was what I did to the need and the gap, and then the potential customers, I kind of worked all that in. After I did that, I started immediately working on my business plan. And the business plan that I worked on was free from Google. I just put in business plan, template, free, and I started working on the template that they had for me. Now, did I need all of that? No, but it allowed me to hone in on the things that I decided that I wanted to do, and to be able to get my ideas flushed out of my head and onto a piece of paper. So although I don't speak it all the way through all the time, I have it written down. So if I forget something, I can go back to it, and I can touch bases with myself to make sure everything that I'm doing is aligned with my goal of the Best Route Driving Academy values, which are, as I said, self-improvement, awareness, faith, education, and respect. Also having students excel in every lane, and community outreach. So those are the things that I am passionate about. My skills align with that, with education. My need is there. I have filled the gaps in by going and doing market research, as well as I looked for my potential customer and my ideal customer, and they are looking for what works. So make sure you take the time to do these things and before you get started, because it takes behind the scenes work before you get out there and get a business get a brick and mortar like I have. So if you have any questions, please be sure to put them in the comments. I do have time today, so if you have if you have questions that you want answered, please note that this is an unedited video. If I made mistakes, I know I did, then that's fine, because guess what? It is what it is. Peace out.